Alright, fine people of the War of the Ring community, it's me, Generic Pie. I'm back with another video of Peeping Tom Bombadil, and this is a game shared to me by Silmaril Will, which is one of the hardest names to say in the Discord server. So Silmaril Will's yeah, super nice guy. We played some games, and this is a game they played against Oimel 1988. I can't remember if I played Oimel. I might have played Oimel. I don't know. No one cares who I've played. I don't know why I ever mentioned that. But anyway, this is a game that they shared, and I don't know much about it other than the fact that they said it was exciting. So let's just jump into it and have a good time. So I'm gonna just say Will because I can't just say that name the whole way through. It's gonna kill me. So Will was playing as the Free People, and Oimel was playing as the Shadow. Will starts out with a daylight and a playable tile, and we get a nice forward mustering card and Palantir, early Palantir. Fellowship's okay. One eye allocated and two more added. Not a single muster is rolled, so that is pretty goddamn awful for the shadow. I mean, I guess you play Palantir and then play half orcs, or that's what I'd think I would do. At least you get a ring probably. And the free people get a pretty average roll. Starts off by drawing a card and draws into a power 2 great. That's nice. We get okay, yeah, pretty standard army moves. They move Gondor down. Again, yeah, standard army shuffling. The elves go down as well. So kind of doing some spreading the wares, covering multiple bases. They decide to draw a card and play Day Without Dawn, so not putting the Palantir on. I think this would have been a great time to play Palantir actually, because if the free people, yeah, I think that's actually really clever. If you wait and then play Palantir, the free people then have to give up their only movement if they want to play a ring and get rid of Palantir. So yeah, I think I would have done that. Anyway, they draw into Day Without Dawn. Fellowship moves. They are hit with the third die. It's a 0 reveal. That's very unlucky. Hence the oof. And we then, yeah, don't love that. Yeah, if you're going to play Palantir, why don't play the round, I guess. But maybe they were worried about the ring. Anyway, we go on turn 2. There is another way too early. I hate, it happens a lot. I hate getting there. It's another way on like the first few turns. And so is an Eridor, Breaking, and Denethor's. So, yeah, kind of okay cards. Not the best. Yeah, not great cards, really, for the early game, at least. Although if they go here, maybe you'll get a use out of Denethor's. Wow, lots of Palantirs for the Shadow today. And lots of Palantirs for the Free People, too. They use the will. They don't use a ring. When you've got this many Palantirs kind of suck. I think I would have used a ring to get, because I mean, okay, what can you play here? Do you even want to play Power 2 Great this early? It's kind of like showing your hand rather early. What are you going to play with those two Palantirs? Better to move twice against one eye, I think, than use a will. And there's even the chance that you kill Gandhi. Gandhi dies on the first move. Oh, actually, even more so now, yeah, because they have to hide as well, because Gandhi's still the. Yeah, I think I would definitely have kept the will, so you can actually move this turn against one eye. Breaking is played. Ooh, this is interesting. Breaking this early in the game can go either way, because it can. Now you'd be extra annoyed you got rid of the will, because if you get Breaking, you can get rid of Gandhi, and it's a 3. So who are they going to get rid of? 2 hobbits and Gandhi. I think I'd go for personally. Mary Pippin and the Gandhi Man. Yeah, cool. And now, funnily enough, you can actually use a Palantir and make good use of it and move. So, like, I mean, is that better for? Is that like in a weird way? Is that actually benefited Shadow more than it's benefited benefit the Free People more than it's benefited Shadow? So Fellowship's flipped. Isengard goes to war. Pass. Another card is drawn. Yeah, and a good card to have this early stage. Fellowship moves, and it's a 2. Then we get Warmer Sword and Toyblade. Then Jesus, you're getting all the cards, huh? Yeah, so I mean, breaking again, like good and bad in this situation. You've got a 3 out of the pool. You've got Gandhi. It means you can get Gandhi next turn, Gandhi the White, and losing 2 hobbits is not the worst. It's a weird one. Yeah, some people don't like using breaking before Gandhi's out of the Fellowship for that reason. Okay, so then we play sort of an Eriador and draws into King Brands. Okay, well that's good if they go for the Jew line. Also gets you another card draw. Lots of card cycling going on. Shadow starts moving around. Wonder where they'll go now. Are they going to go for the pincer? The Dark Wizard comes into play, or the Wizard of many colors, and then decide to use the tokens, get the elves to war. Okay, so that gives the free people a fighting chance of getting at least one Elven Elite in here next turn, depending on what dice they roll. Which I think is reasonable. What'd you get rid of? Tricky one. It's a tricky one. Don't know. I'll get rid of that. It's a Mordor and Nazgul Strike, and they decide to get rid of the blue tile, which does kind of, I don't like doing that, but in this situation I would be tempted. To be honest, I'd probably get rid of the End card. Probably get rid of the End card. Ents Rage is good, but there are 2 more of them in the hat, and the rest of these cards I'd kind of want to use in for some other reasons. And you don't even know if they're gonna go for Rohan. Okay, well Gandhi is definitely coming back. The Gandhi man returns. A pin for Zabrunin. That's unusual. Sauron goes to war. Pass. Yeah, so preparing to go for the elves. Yeah. So because of these rolls, I think a shadow. Yeah, you want to get Lorien under siege this turn. And yeah, that's the priority. Meanwhile, you get Gandhi and just move twice, I suppose. I think that's a mistake. I think this is the turn because are they going to play? Oh, wait, they might play Power 2 Great here actually. I think they're going to play Power 2 Great. Oh, yeah, Power 2 Great. Tricky one. They now decide to get the Witch King instead, knowing that they can't get Lorien under siege. Do they have cards to get rid of? Okay, so in this situation, I think you probably get rid of Nazgul Strike and Denzel's Folly to just... You've got these 2 Palantirs. You don't need 2 Palantirs. Use a Palantir. Get rid of the Power 2 Great and then play a card. Fellowship moves. They are not hit. Decides to actually play a Nazgul Strike. Okay. Means that you're going to have to delay the getting rid of a Power 2 Great, though. And given this is kind of your main... You've committed to going here. I think I really would want to get rid of that ASAP with one of these 2 Palantirs while you can. Having said that, you have just revealed the Fellowship into Moria, which is pretty great. So it's worked out. And you've drawn a 2, which is also pretty great. Well, and then the second tile is also 2, so great. Yeah, I feel the Jesus there. That is painful. Takes out Legolas, and we get Warmithor and Toil. What can it get rid of? Oh, did they not kill Smeagol? I thought they killed Smeagol Nice Master. Well, that was one of the cards they got rid of. Maybe they got rid of something else. Did they get rid of... Anyway. Right. Drawing a blank. I can declare the Shadow under siege here. No. Oh, you can. Can you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. If you control it. Can you? I don't know. I should know the rules better considering I actually make videos of this game, but sometimes you just get hazy. They get an elite into Dimble Dale, and we go on to turn number 4. Okay, Horde from the East and Phlox versus Celeborns. Getting all the cards to sort out Lorien, which is pretty nice. So it's actually worked out pretty well for the free business. Like if the Shadow had committed to getting rid of Power 2 Great, they would have still been able to play Celeborns anyway. So And they also get Bilbo Song. So yeah. Oh, they lost the Gollum moving card. That's painful. Wow, a lot of character dice this turn for the Shadow, and they managed to muster one in Lorien. They combine armies and start marching towards Willem Realm. Okay, they've got a nice card here to get rid of. So okay, so they've got good. To be fair, they have got good value out of Nazgul Strike. And now Phlox is a fine card to discard. Presumably that's what they'll do. They've then mustered in Woodland Realm using the other will. In that situation, do you think that's the right play? I would have been tempted. I think sometimes it's better to have one fully buffed stronghold rather than two semi-buffed strongholds, unless you have... Oh, actually, what am I talking about? They've got Celeborns, so yeah, I'm talking nonsense. Yeah, ignore me. Yeah, this makes perfect sense. And then they have the 1/4/1 and the 1/2/1. Yeah, good play. King Brands, beautiful. Draws into Danes, getting all the mustering cards of the relevant places. The free people has got the two great cards to defend Lorien, card to defend Erebor, card to defend Dane. All they need now is Thranduils, and they've got the full set. Woodland Realm put under siege. Woodland Realm was attacked. What are they going to go for? Are they just going to try and bosh it down straight away with the Deadly Strife? Probably save the Deadly Strife. Maybe start with a Desperate Battle, see how that goes. Meanwhile, the free people could go for... I think, yeah, you played the Daylight, surely. Yep. So one hit, just the one hit for Oimel, and 2 hits back. So not a fantastic start for the Shadow. Do they press? They do. Did they draw a card there? Not sure they did. Anyway, we get a Deadly Strife against another Daylight. I'm very surprised they're playing. Given it's highly likely that the Shadow will get rid of Power to Great this turn, and you don't have any mustering cards, and you want to use both these dice to move, because against a single eye, I would be very tempted to keep Celeborns and try to get this into here. Yeah, what else could you have played? Not much else you can play, really. I mean, this could stall and buy you a lot of time, so it could work out. Maybe they're hoping that they can muster in here early next turn anyway, but I'd be surprised. Okay, so... Oh my god. Wow. Single hit from a Deadly Strife. That is horrendous. 3 hits back. Okay. Okay, well... I mean... The Daylights are working. Budget moves. Hit on the reroll. It's another 3. Gotta go random. Gotta be shitting me at this point. Yeah. I think that's reasonable. So you're gonna lose a... man! There is another way, and Bilbo Song killed by turn 4 by Warm with Own Toil. That's like... That's what Sauron... Sauron has wet dreams about taking out those 2 cards with Warm with Own Toil. That's just unreal. Then they get rid of... Yep, so then they're going to get this under siege, and you're not going to be able to muster in it. So, yeah, it's going pretty well for the Shadow. Well, except for this thing. In every other aspect, it's gone pretty decent for the Shadow. Anyway, the Fellowship moves again. They are not hit, which means the free people can safely reveal into Path Celebrant, declare into Path Celebrant. I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway. I'm confused. I thought they'd already moved. Anyway, the second move does get them hit, and then they get a 2. I'm trying to just figure that one out. What's going on? With Fellowship, Oimel. Oh, it was the reroll. Okay. They didn't do the reroll the first time. Fair enough. Lorien put under siege. Oh, I think maybe Oim jumped the gun before they'd put the actual die in the box or something like that because they were considering using a ring to put an extra elite into Lorien, but they decided not to and stick with the move. I think that's what happened. Right. So yeah, looking not looking good for the free people. So look at that. You're on in total 5 steps. You're on 7 corruption. 7 corruption. You've got 2 guys left in the fellowship. Jeez, I mean, I mean, one option is to try and get to Minas Tirith and heal up. Um, oh no, they were talking about going to Lorien, but that's not a good. That's not gonna last. That ain't gonna last. So, either got to get in Minas Tirith, or you got to find another way to win the game. Undoes a card. Decides to go for Lorien. Go for Relentless Assault against a charge. Okay, I guess since you got 3 elites, then their charge actually has some decent value. And given Gondor's already 1 away from all you need is 1 muster to get decent value. Mustering anyway. So, okay. A very, very good charge. That is rare. You do not see that every day. Yeah, best charge ever. Wow. And then Oimor rolls a terrible combat roll, but slightly better. Reroll. Gets 1 hit. Alright, so 4 in total. 4 hits in total for the 3 people. Just 1 back. So this army is melted. Looks like the... so yeah, imagine if you'd had that Celeborn's. Imagine if you had that Celeborn's. Because there was a Palantir they could have used to play, I'm sure, early this turn. Shadow then gets Shadow's Gather, which is very handy for... especially if they want to, for example, get the Southern's Neesings to war, they could go get to Velikanen, do Shadow's Gather to this, take it down, and then, maybe get Dale. Or if this doesn't work out, they could muster in Moria. Well, actually, that's inefficient. So probably use it in Jew line, I think, unless you just save it for a better opportunity. Olokai, very handy. Cruel Weather, just to rub salt into the wound of the festering wounds of the free people. Challenge the King and Wisdom of Elrond. Yeah. They declare in Lorien. Okay, so that's actually like that combat going so badly. Maybe that's why they used the cards they used. They were kind of aggressive with their card play because they're thinking like, I need this to go well for me to have a chance of healing. Because there's no guarantee. By the time you get to Minas Tirith, that could be under siege anyway. So yeah, and and of course it gets rid of Warmasaur and Toil. I was going to say better late than never, but yeah, that's that. The Warmasaur and Toil has already done a lot of damage. A lot of eyes for the Shadow. And Somewhere Will says, okay, got to look at some options here of what's realistic. So yeah, what are your options here as a free people? It's not looking good. They decide to play Wisdom of Elrond, and okay, starts getting the north down. It means you could, in theory, get the north fully toward this turn if you wanted to just kind of... Probably not planning on moving the Fellowship this turn, I guess. So that would be quite an aggressive play. What can the Shadow really do about it? They can get the Southrons to war, but this army still isn't that big. Do you really send this army to Dale? Not sure. Just going to buff up Erebor, aren't you? They start mustering in Moria, looking to reinforce in Lorien. Same thing. Okay, so they're not going for the Southron play. And they then draw into Círdan's ships. Okay, so at least that keeps... How many actually having... Oh, they have got 2 left. Okay, so that's handy for Dol Amroth. Start marching. North goes down further. Combine. Yikes. Gandhi on the move. So one little bobbit bops into Rivendell. And they're like, dude, like, why are you back? You're going the wrong way. Which one is that? Pippin. Okay. Fool of a Took. More musterage in Lorien. They're really keen to get this one down, which makes sense, especially because the Fellowship is sitting on. They want to take away that healing ability and start. Because, I mean, yeah, military is not going well for Shadow at the moment. It's pretty damn slow. So their priority is probably hurt the Fellowship as much as possible. Stop them from healing and kill them by a corruption. Put corruption pressure on them. North goes fully to war. I assume they're going to attack Lorien here. Yep. Cards have they got? Would they really use Crawler's Cruel Weather? I mean, they are, by definition, they are playing Cruel Weather in combat. Brave play. I mean, maybe they're thinking I'm so far ahead, I don't even care. And somewhere we'll also choose the card. Obviously, Sudden Strike. Oh wow! Obviously, Sudden Strike. No, because the goddamn Fellowship is actually, for once in 1,000 years, in the same location as the combat. So we're actually seeing it as a gift. If someone asked me, like, what is the name of the tile combat effect for the, I wouldn't even know it was called It Is a Gift, because you never play it. So that's a rare treat. Against a Cruel Weather. Well, Cruel as Death. That's mad. So Oimel gets 2 hits, and the Free People gets 3 hits. So it is a gift. I repeat, it is a gift. Does some damage. Press. They draw a character card. They draw into Foul Thing, which they are playing. They are terrible against Sudden Strike. So the pre is going to be a miss, and horrendous rolls for Oimel. Let's have a look at these dice rolls, see if they actually are showing up. They are not. Overall, high on army, low on musters and hybrids. Fairly neutral for the Free People, low on musters. That's about it. Silmar Will gets 1 back. So yeah, this combat is brutal. Very brutal for the Shadow at the moment. Keeping pressing, no cards. They play a card. Wow, so yeah, they're being really... So the Free People is being very, very aggressive with their card play. Very desperate to keep this alive. I don't think I'd use a Valor here, though, because there's only 2 dudes in there. So at best, what? You know, I mean, what are the odds of even rolling a 4? Meanwhile, you know, there is imminent threat in the Dew line. You have a Scouts? You don't have Scouts, because, I mean, if they attack that, you could go pop into Erebor. But yeah, when the Dew line is under threat, I'd always rather keep Dane. 1 hit for Oimel. And yeah, see, you know, Valors does nothing. So that was, yeah. Press 5 versus 3. No card. Oh, this is going to be expensive for the Shadow if they don't get it over the line. And they do. Wow. Didn't expect that. No. Oh, that's some Darth Vader shit, man. And then rolls a bunch of 2s. Okay. Then Fighting Uruk-hai, the Ring is mine. Turn 6. Mirror Galadriel. Just as Galadriel's been, you know, murked by the forces of evil. And a Spirit of Mordor. Okay. Okay. Well, at least you could use that to get Dale into Erebor to make up for the loss of Danes if they do attack it. Yeah, OMFG, just drew Mirror of Galadriel. Oh dear. I've healed 2 right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a roll. I mean, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 12 dice here are character dice. I'm dead. Okay, so they do that, I guess, just to actually have a die. Does the Shadow still have Day Without Dawn? They do still have Day Without Dawn, but they could troll. They could just troll the hell out of a. I don't think the duel's going to get played actually. So yeah, no chance. Start smashing the South ones though. Yeah, they play it. So they muster in Dale. That's good. So you're guaranteed, if they play the scouts, you're guaranteed to get a big army in Erebor. But it will leave the pathway open to take Woodland Realm if you do that. And then the Shadow can probably just come back and sit on Dale and ignore Erebor. So that runs to war. Uses a ring to get another elite in Dale. Okay, I quite like that play. You know, go hard. Maybe they'll scouts in a different direction. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures. Maybe they'll go to Old Forest Road or to Northern Ravanian. I could see that happening. More mustering in mustering. Oh yeah, okay. So that's actually, I like that play actually from the Shadow. They're being, I mean, one guy ain't gonna do much, but it buys you a little bit of time. And it's a yeah, they see the imminent threat that could be coming their way. But they could exacerbate that threat if they decide to attack into Dale. But if they don't attack into Dale, the North can keep on mustering. And there's another elite here. You're almost wishing you didn't have the elite here, so you could get another one in there. Red goes in the pool. Way more thinking. Take your time. Weird game. Yeah, has been a weird game to be fair. Wonders if he'd actually drawn cards this turn. Decides to move the Fellowship again. Or luck be elated tonight. Nope. So Will is not having a good time. Will is not having a good time. One reveal. Sad times in Hobbit High. Okay. That's actually quite a, I think that's quite a nice play. Because, yeah, the Shadow is, either they're just very slowly moving to Woodland Realm, which is possible, or they're thinking, I'm genuinely worried about free military threat, so I'm going to get a buffer in the way and play it safe. Which, when you're this far ahead, in terms of corruption, that's probably the smart thing to do. Just bide your time. You know, you've got 16 character cards in the deck. Cycle character cards, go very slow militarily, and just make sure that whatever you do, you don't let the free people do some kind of sneaky military shenanigans and you know, get in the back door. So I think moves dudes around the board. So the Gandhi Man and his Hobbit chum, Merry, go dancing through Middle Earth to South Anduin Vale. Okay, so they are just going the slow way around. Okay. So they go to the Old Forest Road. Elven Rope and the Red Arrow against Black Captains and Shadows in the Misty Mountains. Okay. So, with Shadows in the Misty Mountains, there's only one elf. Oh, there's still two elves left, so you wouldn't go for Rivendell. So, yeah, it's kind of good card, but slightly awkward timing for it. Okay, Will City. Oh, God. Will is not going to have a good time this turn. Will is not going to have a good time this turn. You totally have Dale with that Dawn Hut. This game is going to make me jump off a bridge. Gets another elite in Dale. Plays Dale with that Dawn. Will, I hope you're still there, mate. I mean, you sent me the game file, so you obviously didn't jump off a bridge. Yeah. Oimor says don't kill yourself. Maybe we need a helpline that's like linked to the venting channel where people can, you know, call people to give them, you know, some mental health support. Silver Will says, "Oh shit, I could use an Elven Ring to change one." So always an option. Feels bad to do it, but you can do that. I mean, there's like what, like a, I don't know, high 50% chance they don't have it. So would you really want to risk a ring for that? I'm not sure. Anyway, they play Shadows in the Misty Mountains. Pass. Starts joining up armies. Where are these armies going? Are they just going to go and sit on the Fellowship, maybe? Pass. Oh, okay. Sending everything up to the Jew line. I can see that. Okay, when you've got this big army here, you want to deal with it. It's not really any threat to Moria, so you can get away with it. Spirit of Mordor against this army. Oh yeah, this army's mixed up as well. Sorry, I didn't realize that. So they're using it on Woodland Realm. They roll 1,000,000 4s. Don't get any hits. Black Captain is played. They move to their attack Woodland Realm. No card. Play Moomakill. So they're giving up Shadow's Gather, which could have saved them, well, saved them a lot of time. But they want to just kill Woodland Realm. Oh my god, Oimel, your dice. Oh, this game is painful on so many levels. Will gets 3 hits back. Luckily they've got reinforcements. Because that is Jesus. They press, desperate battle. Oh my. What am I witnessing here? 1 hit. And of course they get 3 hits back. Jesus, man. What are the Northern boys gonna do? They could take back Woodland Realm. Yeah, they're going for it. You know, try and kill the Witch King. Have they got any aggressive cards they could play? You could go really hard. You could just play Kid and I mean, based on how Will's been playing this game, been very aggressive with the card play. I would not be at all surprised if he just goes, screw it, let's go charge, let's try and kill the Witch King. And I'm there. I'm all for it. Yep. 1. Just need 3 more. 1. 1 reroll. Ah, they're not gonna have enough. Even if he hits in the reroll, that's a shame. But Oimel can't hit for love nor money. What are like these orc? What are these like their daggers made out of? Do they have just like I don't know, like daggers made of jelly? It's just insane how poor the combat has been. That opens up the force pool for the elves, but it kind of still feels like you're delaying the inevitable. You're buying time for like a dying fellowship. Move some Anduin Vale to the forest. Okay. The only problem with that is by not moving this army, it means that the free people can, if they want to, have another go at killing the Witch King. Might not be worth it, but if the free people get some like a really good combat card, maybe they'll have another go. Return the Witch King. I will go alone. Rise of Theoden. Okay, so some kind of more normal rolls, I suppose. Must in the Woodland Realm. I think that's good. Uses a ring to get an elite in Dol Guldur. Draws a card, Aemir. Gets another elite in Dol Guldur. Yeah, and they are attacking out. I thought this could happen. If I was a shadow, I would have been quite careful here. They're probably going to go for a Valor. They're probably going to play the Valor and try and wipe them out. Shadow, what can you play? You can play Swarm of Bats. I would definitely be playing a Swarm of Bats here. Yeah, okay. But that's 3. You got two dice to hit a 5. Wait, there's 2 rerolls, no? Mate. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see the 6. 4 hits. We got a dead Witch King situation. Oh my god. Yeah, see, I had my kind of alarm bells ringing when the Witch King kind of survived 1 dice, brush with death, and then the Witch King just like pulled out a deck chair and just sat in Old Forest Road, pretending he's the guy from Carrick, and just like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a while, wait for the enemy to attack me. I mean, wasn't there even? Yeah, even like you had all these dice. Just I guess what Oymel's thinking is, I want to be efficient, get all these guys together to here, then move into here. But like, you got to protect your witch. You got to protect the king. You got to protect the king, man. It's sort of Bane is drawn. Bozza and Aragorn go to Minas Tirith. Oh, the game is on. Wait. Sorry. Decides to play there. We're going. Okay, so that gets him a little heal as well, I believe. Starts combining forces here. Combines forces up here. Oh, that's sad as well. 'Cause, I mean, this army isn't even good now. It's got like no, like I'd almost be tempted just to go home and just be like, "Yep, see, let's leave this for another day," because that army going to Woodland Realm just does not inspire confidence for me. Yeah, sad times for the Shadow. Okay, they're protecting themselves by the looks of it, or are they thinking about sending this army north? I'm not sure. This army comes up. The single Nazgul flies south. Oh god, it's so sad for Shadow when you've just got like one Nazgul. I can't even say the word Nazguy. It's just one Nazgul sitting in West Torondor. At least they can take. Are they going for? They want to get this under siege this turn, which is nice actually because it puts the free people in a bind because they can either. I mean, presumably they're going to crown Aragorn, but then he's going to be trapped. So very awkward indeed, actually. What do you do? I don't know. No hits. I press. Oh, Silmaril rolls. Gets a hit. Press. They go into Minas Tirith. Yep. Crown or reinforce. I think I need to reinforce. Maybe that's done. Yeah, what'd you do? You know what I'd be tempted to do is actually let him attack me, play scouts, go to Lossanac, give him Minas Tirith, go to Peligir, crown him Peligir, try and take Umbar. I think that's kind of the ridiculous plan forming in my mind. Probably stupid, he says. They decide to fight. Okay. Or maybe, yeah, well, this is probably better, actually. You just fight, play daylight, try and just destroy this army as much as you can, and maybe you can make it to get to a position where you don't even need to go into a siege, and you can just crown Aragorn anyway next turn. Just 2 hits, okay. So that's actually, by Oimel standard, that's incredibly good. Okay, and they decide to scoot away to hit. They decide to just put 1 in Minas Tirith, which I think is smart. And that puts them in a nice position to then attack into Peligir when this army inevitably moves to Peligir next turn. But maybe that's when you play the scouts and then you take Umbar. Okay. New Power Rising and Wormtongue, Axe and Bow and Imrahil. So yeah, naturally they're going to move this army here. Oh, they muster, really? I would have. Oh, okay, they're thinking about. Okay, they're going to wait for this army to attack into them and then scouts away. Do they not have any more elites? Why would you only get a single? Oh no, sorry, they did get an elite. I'm talking nonsense. They don't attack in, which I think is fair enough. But what do you do here? That's a Shadow. It's really awkward. Because if you don't attack in, you're allowing them to muster. But if you do attack in, then at least this gives you a chance to attack on 5s rather than 6s. Maybe you just don't want to attack and you want to just contain. And that's the plan for now, which I can actually might be the kind of safe conservative way of handling this. Just conserve, hold Osgiliath. It's a great pivot point. This force pool is big, but if you muster an Umbar and surround it, then you might be able to hold them off. But it is putting the the free people in a position where they can quite comfortably take Peligir and then muster and get him crowned. Rage of the Dundings. Okay, so they're going for a storm into completely untouched Rohan. Starts mustering an Umbar, yeah. Draws Fear 5 foes. Mustering an Orthanc. Yeah, they're reading. I think that the last 3 dice will probably all be used to attack into Helm's Deep. They start the movement. Okay, that's nice. It gives them the C dice to move this army in. That's a good play. Forwards, yep. Scouts away. Okay, they're going to get a pretty nice full contingent into Helm's Deep, so that was good play by Will. They ready the armies, get an extra dude into Umbar, and then move Gandhi. Okay, so do they have any? They move Gandhi and the Hobbit into here. Okay. Helm's Deep is attacked, put under siege. They then go in. We then go into turn. What turn is this? Turn number 10, is it? Thranduil's and Horn of Gondor. And on they went, and Threats and Promises. Not particularly exciting cards. Okay, at least you're not worried about Day Without Dawn this turn. Get to keep my W, says Will. Checking something. Isengard Elite into Orthanc. So they're still buffing up in Orthanc. Pass. Gets to Nazgul. Yep, you got to do that at some point. Plays Thranduil's. I guess the benefit of that is you're mustering with a P and gives you a card draw. Oh, through a day and a night. That's interesting. That is interesting. Will they? Hopefully we get to see it used. More Nazgul. Yep. Starts combining armies up here. Curious. Interesting. I wonder where they're going. They're going to threaten Moria, perhaps? Maybe combine with the elves. Go for Moria. Through the day and night, that could be hobbits and elves going for Hollin. Maybe you can even muster. Oh, they've got the elves mustered now. They've got a big army here. You want to do something with this army. What if this army could take Gundabad? Then you give up Woodland Realm. That army could take that. You could threaten multiple things here. You could threaten to take Umbar. Bit dodgy with this army, though. You really want to crown Aragorn this turn. But you want me to set up the pieces for later attacks. Leadership moves over to Helm's Deep. Finally got lots of decent, well, 3 Nazgul. Gandhi's prancing about. Oh, Gandhi joins. I love to see a Gandhi Strider army, or Gandhi Aragorn army, soon to be, hopefully. And Aragorn goes away. Aragorn leaves and goes to Dol Amroth. Surprised they didn't just consider moving the army down to Peligir and crowning there. Maybe they forgot that you can do that. Or maybe they don't think it's safe. I don't know. Anyway, Fighting Really High is played. They go for the Issa's Bane. So just kind of giving up on the Fellowship. Both of them are giving up on the Fellowship at the moment. One hit. One hit. What cards could we have here? Don't use your compute. Don't use Through Day and Night. Good. Oymore continues the reign of terrible dice, but it gets one hit. I think of all the cards Oymor's played, like I feel like they've added almost 0 value. It's kind of incredible. Like having played multiple desperate battles and a deadly strife and all these other cards, I feel like they've added almost like a net like 2 hits out of like 10 cards. It's crazy. Anyway, round 3. They forgot to take casualty, takes 1. Foul Stench against Shield Wall. No hits, 1 hit back. Will's like, man, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of a first world problem. You're burning shield walls because your opponent just cannot hit you. They press, get a 6, 1 hit back. They're going to keep pressing. Yeah, they really just want to take down these guys. They get another hit. They're going to do another press. No hits back. They go for the final press. Can they get the hit they need? They can. So yeah, just went for it all out. Up to 6 VPs now. Musters here. Okay. The final die. We get Aragorn. The other reason I don't like doing this is because I don't think Corsairs has been played. So I mean, yeah, it would have to have been played for a combat effect. So like, it does leave him slightly vulnerable to like, you know, couple of musters, Corsairs, you know, Ring Racer Abroad or something, or, you know, Black Captain Commands, boom, you got a dead Aragorn. Because you've already played Kirdans and Imrahil or Dol Amroth now, so it's a little bit risky. Helm's Deep's attacked. One hit. Wait. What am I talking about? They're attacking out to Western Met, surely. Wait. Was Helm's Deep not dead? Apparently not. Apparently it wasn't dead. I just got ahead of myself. Anyway, Aragorn is crowned. Turn 11. We got a Bombadil. And we got it there and back again. Lots of P's. This game will not end soon. I think Oimor's starting to lose the will to live as well. Okay, so we get more mustering in Rohan. Yeah, this is awkward. I mean, they've got this big army here, actually, so yeah, you just send that out and try and deal with it. How many muster? Oh, they got a lot of elites left to muster, but only one muster in hand. So I think this is the turn you kind of have to deal with this before it gets out of hand. I'd be keen to muster up. Yeah, just get this going before it gets completely. Yes, they're doing it. What's going on? Well, okay, they're really mustering. I think I'm not sure I would have gone quite that hard, but obviously they feel like they need to leave enough behind to protect themselves from end cards. They don't know that the free people have no end cards, so they're being conservative. Hope they've got enough attacks to do what they're trying to do here, though. Wow, really mustering the hell out of it. Maybe they're okay, but there's a dual purpose to this, though. If you're going to send this army all the way to here, you're going to get to 4. Then you can also, take it down to Osgiliath and merge it, I suppose. Mithril Coat and Sting is drawn. Now they start. Oh, they left a big army behind. Why would you leave such a big army behind? Are they thinking there's going to be like triple Ents played against them? Oh, the Hobbit. Well, that's certainly not going to be played against them now. They've kind of, the free people have shown their hand in that sense. You don't have to worry about Ents in combat, but not in attacking Orthanc. Attack Western. Yeah, I'm not sure why you'd muster so much and then leave. Where is this army going to go? What are you going to do with that? I don't really understand. Good advantageous position there. Oil does get 3 hits though, so for once decent combat, and terrible from Will. Draws a card. Rest attacked. Heroic Death. 2. So Heroic Death will save 1. 1 hit back. Press. Sneaks away to fold. Yeah, I can only assume they didn't know that you can do it in Pelargir. That's a very expensive. I mean, like, surely, like, it's in the free people's interests to get to Pelargir with this army because you have the defensive bonus. Like, okay, maybe you'll want to threaten taking back Minas Tirith. Like maybe that's what they're thinking. Like they want to wait for the moment to kind of do a double attack into Minas Tirith at the end of a turn, and that's why they haven't done it. But I'd be keen to go for Pelargir. Must get the whole army in here, muster up in there, and then look to do something. I don't. 1, 2. Don't really see the value in. I'd rather move the army than move Strider back and forth. Many Kings. Yeah, now Umbar looks too late. I think there was a window there where you could have maybe done some military in here, and now it's looking like pretty relatively safe for the Shadow. Okay, so lots of lots of movement for the free people if they ever want to actually. I think in these games, like they appear to have completely given up on the Fellowship, which I mean it's looking terrible, but I do think there's value in just like creeping, doing the single move every now and then. And sometimes miracles happen. It at least puts a little bit of pressure on if you have a spare die. I mean, having said that, though, they've literally lost the two most valuable cards for moving the Fellowship in Mordor. So that, yeah, if there was like, but you're thinking, oh, maybe if I draw Bilbo Song, maybe if I get There Is Another Way, it gives you a little bit of extra hope. But when you've actually lost those two cards already, it makes it much worse. Fold's attacked. It is killed. There goes Rohan. Another elite mustered in Lossanac. Oimel says Rebel Scum. Big. Okay, now they go for Pelargir. Could have just done that earlier. Crowned him in Pel. Okay, so military stuff's happening now. This is cool. Giving up on any dream of taking back Minas Tirith. If there ever was one. Kills File. Yeah, really, really giving up on the Fellowship completely. Okay. Still got 3 day and a night. Can't play it now. Oh, they're going for Pelargir. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. This is quite... They're two similar-sized armies, but you have no leadership. Oh, no, they do. Okay, sorry, I take it back. That's actually quite... That. Yeah, yeah. That mitigates things quite a lot. You know, attacking into Gandhi, obviously against 6s, but with 4 leadership, does make a huge difference. But what cards can they play? They can play a Daring Defiance. Are we going to see a Swarm of Bats against a Daring Defiance? We might. I wouldn't even shine him. I wouldn't even shine him when they've... I'd keep the leadership here. Yep, classic. Daring Defiance against Swarm of Bats. Okay, they figure it out. So Oimel rolls 1,000,005s when he's rolling on 6s. Okay, they figure out the thing. Silmaril gets a good roll. Yeah, see, this is... Oh, and they go for a runner. They do a runner. Interesting. Where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? Ooh, through Danon. I like that. I like that a lot, because now you can get up to North Ithilien. Yeah. Yeah. And that puts the Shadow in a really awkward position, because once you get to North Ithilien, there's no blocking. You can go round, and you can go for Morannon. You can almost certainly take Morannon. Question is where to get the other 2 victory points, because the Shadow can intercept and go into Gorgoroth with this army, or try to. Yeah. So they get an elite in Moria to defend from these forces that are coming in. Against turn 13, Weeper of the Swifter and Path of the Woses. Then we get a Deadly Strife and an Orc Patrol. Okay, doesn't look great for me, but we'll see. So you kind of wanted more attacks there, and they haven't got any rings left. So yeah, awkward. So at the very least, I think you probably go for... Try and get Morannon this turn, hold that down, and then go for something else the next turn. Because if I can take Morannon relatively smoothly, do they have any good defensive cards? Not really. I think, what's their pool? They've only got 1 elite in the pool, crucially, as well. That's handy. So yeah, I think I'd go for Morannon. And then just see what happens and try and just pray that you can hold it and take something else. I don't know. They start moving armies. Start mustering there. Okay, they're thinking about survival, I guess. Goes to Aragorn. They got a... Oh. Do they have another... Do they have an... Okay, this is actually really smart. And this is a mistake. This is... You never... In these situations, a Shadow, if there's a chance, if there's even a chance of the 3 people having a Scouts in their hand, you just cannot attack into these. Because you're just giving them the jump. And now it gives them an extra... Effectively an extra attack, an extra movement this turn, when they've got limited attacks and movement. What? You're not playing Scouts? This is the perfect Scouts, man. Gets you to Daggerlad, and then you can attack into Moran. I'm really surprised. I would have 100% Scouts there. I mean, Grimbjorn's doing nothing. Where else are you going to scout? And then once you're here, like, scouting has less value. And also, if they come around this way, scouts also loses value because you can't scout that direction anyway. And you can't scout some Gorgoroth into Barad-dûr because it's not doesn't work like that, I don't think. It has to be a free region. Okay, so of course Oidmore rolls horrendously, as is the way. 2 hits, 5 +1, isn't it? With mighty attack. Oh no! Wow, you rolled so well that you didn't even get to use your mighty attack. Where are they going? Oh, I see. They're going for Dol Guldur. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Okay. But yeah, where'd you go? Get a Dol Guldur. You can't get Dol Guldur because they'll just take that back. They got a great defense there, so that doesn't make any sense. Are they going to try and take back something? I don't know. I don't see what the game plan is here. Defense Dol Amroth. They defend Dol Guldur. Druid Forest from. They're going to try and take back Minas Tirith. The card gets a hit. Aragorn is attacked from the big army. Gandhi shines. They keep fighting. Daring Defiance cancels Deadly Strife. Great. Oimulf, whoa, gets the 5 hits. Woof. 4 hits back, so a very, very bloody battle. But that's kind of a game breaker. Like, those kind of turns when you're going for like free military stuff and you get 5 hits against you, it's just brutal. They go over there. These armies go here. Mustering an Orthanc. They go to here. They're going to, muster up Rohan? A bunch of Rohan to muster. Okay. Fair enough. It's going to be a bit slow, though, I think. Book of Mazarble's drawn. Barrel of Moria is put on the table. Okay. Good use of that, actually. Really getting through the cards here. Shadow lengthens and Grond. And Kindred. And is Kindred's killed? But we get Dead Men. Book of Mazarble. Ooh! Ooh, that's quite nice. I like it. That's good for a nice little Dead Men. Sneaky, sneaky. You could evacuate him. Combine up in Pelargir, evacuate Aragorn, and then send this army here to try Gorthanc with if you muster up a bunch of. So mustering Rohan, being chased, mustering up or combining armies in Moria. You can't move from Lorien direct to Moria. Oh, they're on 7 VPs. Okay. The army starts moving. Being chased. Going for Orthanc. Need to muster more in Orthanc. They're not mustering an Orthanc, actually. They're just giving the chase. Okay, so the danger is there. Now that the free people have got enough of a jump, they're going to be able to just outright take Orthanc before the Shadow can attack into them. I think I would have preferred to muster. Do they have any elites? Do the Shadow have any elites? There are. Okay, that's the problem. They don't have any elites. That's the issue. Goes for Orthanc. The chase is on. Orthanc Gandhi doesn't shine. Mighty attack again. This time it does work. 2 hits. Only 1 hit back. Obviously they press. Just needs to get 2 more hits. What cards have they got? Presumably are they gonna go for the sudden strike? No, they're going for a strategy card. Oh, well, I mean they could use I guess they're using the Path of the Woes here. They're going for an advantage. They're trying to protect themselves a bit. And then they troll 2 6s. So fair enough. Oh, yeah, a compensation isn't even eligible, yeah. But doesn't make a difference. Okay, you're up to 2 victory points. Where'd you get the other 2? I don't see this army taking down this, to be honest. Can happen, but the Shadow can use this to send Nazgul to defend. I mean, if you're Shadow, you muster in here, I think, straight away. No, they're going to go straight for Orthanc. Try and take it down. Now then they get the elite in Moria, which is good. Musters in Dunland. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, this is good. This is good. So now they send this army up towards Gundabad. Great. I was wondering how they got all the way to Carrick. Like I thought I'd missed something. Okay, so yeah, they had to go here. So it's going to be a bit slower, but that is a play. The problem is though, Shadow's going to get to surely Shadow gets to 10 before you get to 4, because by the time that gets here, that can get up here and take Woodland Realm. So you're in a really tricky spot. Is there anything else you can take back? Oh, but they do have dead. They do have a sneaky deadman up their sleeve, so that can save them potentially. Maybe that's the plan. You go for this, let them take that, then the last die you do deadmen, and then hope that this army doesn't preempt it and go there, or maybe you get this army to Pelargir as well. Or thank Gandhi Shines. Okay, well this is also obviously crucial. They need to survive this. Got a nice couple of nice sudden strikes though. Very, very well. Not as good. Only going to be 2 leadership. Sudden strike gets Mumakil. Wow, those Oliphants have come a long way. Or that single Oliphant. That's a strange. That's an odd marriage, isn't it? So the pre does nothing. 1 hit. 2 hits from Summer Will. They stop. Orcs multiplying again. Very, very opportune card. Very, very opportune time to draw that card. I mean, they only had 4 dice, so yeah. I mean, if you're the free people, if you're calculating, you're thinking that card's in the deck. It's so dangerous. Army starts going up here. Where did the other army go? Oh, it's a C. Orcs multiply again. Yep. Very nice, as he says. Fucking Palantirs, man. I'm +5 on them. Athalas just well, actually I was gonna say just what you want, but could be just what you want if you go down to Deadmen. Is that too early? Have you gone too early there? I personally think you save the Deadmen till the very end. Because now, you know, you can just get attacked. He could die. The guy dies, gets 3, takes 1 back. Although having said that, maybe they're just thinking, I don't care if he dies, if it means that it buys me time to try and get Gundabad. They got 1, 2, 3. They haven't got a ring. So they can't. What die did they use to do that? It was a P, okay. So frustrating. Woof, man. Tough. Ghostman Gundabad. Great. Hollin. Where even is Hollin? Hollin's next to Moria. Okay. So, still worried about this little pesky Peregrine Took. They scouts away just to be a swine. Oh, that's nice, actually. That means they can defend Rivendell adequately. Because maybe that's where they're thinking they could get the victory points. Draws into Wizard's Staff. That could be handy in Orthanc, actually. Hill Trolls. Oh, man. Okay. I think I really, really hope, for the free people's sake, that they attack into Gundabad with the first die next turn and do not wait for Hill Trolls. Because again, if you're thinking about what's left in the deck, you know, Hill Trolls, Orcs multiplying again, all the cards that are perfect for defending. No, finally we get Corsairs. Oh, could that be the decider? Maybe as Shadow, you just go bloop, Corsairs, you know, win the game. What else? Where else could they get the victory point? Can they get 1 VP anywhere? Oh yeah, Shire. This army just plops over to the Shire. This army goes back here, goes into gets Corsairs. It's going to be dependent on the dice, but that could be a very sneaky backdoor way of winning the game. If the dice work out like right for the Shadow. Pretty nuts, I guess. Right, so yeah, so the free peel actually only has one. If they use this die early, they use this die early, the shadow might be able to actually do a sneaky victory here. So it would be 1, 2, 3 with character dice. One character die to here to get a. Actually, what cards have they got? One character die to move Nazgul. Oh wait, sorry. You could do a movement to go here and here. 2 character dice to do that. Character die to move Nazgul around. I think you might be 1 die short, which is frustrating. But that's probably not what's going to happen anyway. But yeah, but this could leave it open to the shadow because they've used the hybrid straight away because they kind of have to. This is their way of winning the game. No quarter, good card. They got to just press this down. Oh my good god, that's 4 hits. They're going to take it. They're going to take it, surely. Press, and they got the hit. We're on 4. So now the shadow has 2 options. Try and take out this, which looks very unlikely, or try and get to 10 right now. What about Dale? 1. Would my plan work? I'm not sure. Oh, they can go for Woodland Realm. Of course, Woodland Realm. Oh yeah, and now Rivendell is free. Oh, because they haven't got the move. Oh, so frustrating. If the free people had rolled 1 more hybrid, they can defend. They can even get 3 in here to make this so much more difficult to take. Instead, it's just going to be yeah, we know what's coming. Rivendell put under siege. It's going to be the exact dice, isn't it, to do it? Got to leave Repeller Gear. That's going to be. Oh, but can they actually get over the line? Oh wait, so it's got. Oh yeah, so they have to do Dale. It'd have to be leadership move, attack, attack. It's down. Such a sad way for this to end. And this is totally in the spirit of the game. I have 1 movement though, like, come on. They keep mustering in Dale. We all know what's coming. They draw a card. They move the leadership. They get the Oven Cloaks. It's Dale. Dread and Despair. Perfect card. Perfect card. For the first round especially. So just so sad. The single one. Stay till the end. Cruel as Death. Wow, yeah, it's doing its job. Oimor's getting the rolls when he needs them. Or she needs them. 4 hits. 1 hit back. And Corsairs to finish the job. G. Wow. That was quite the ending. Yeah, so I was overthinking it with the whole Shire thing when Dale was right there and they had the big army ready to go. No, I think the reason was because obviously I was just assuming this army would be able to defend Rivendell, but then the lack of the extra 1 seed die. All they needed was just a seed die, a seed die. They didn't roll a single will or see that turn, which in itself is pretty incredible odds wise. So yeah, um, I think I would have been tempted. I mean, I never even really considered going for Orthanc. Maybe the reason they didn't. I think when I was here, I would have scouted to here and gone for Morannon. Because I think this was just, I don't know, felt a little bit slow to me. I mean, I suppose you can muster. Maybe the good thing was it allowed them to take back stuff on the way. Maybe they're thinking I need to buy myself some time. But yeah, definitely an entertaining game. Some pretty crazy stuff. I think it did show. I mean, this is kind of the downside of being super aggressive with your cards sometimes. If you just throw every single card at the wall that sticks, eventually it comes back to bite you, because a lot of those mustering cards, I feel like, would have come in useful at various points rather than in combat. I think the net value that they would have had as mustering cards, you know, large. I mean, there were a couple that really paid off, actually. There was at least one charge. Maybe it's like Guards of the Citadel or something that actually paid off really well. So I don't know. Maybe if, yeah, but if you're just going all out, go for it. Have fun. But yeah, thanks for sharing, Will. Silmaril, Will. And um, I do feel for you. I felt like having got there and taken both of the strongholds to then lose pretty potentially down to one die because of one die is very painful. It's very painful indeed. So yeah, that sucks. But Oimel did it in the face of incredibly awful dice. So fair play to them. All right, see you around, people. Bye bye.